Hello, everybody, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us do the good work for today. Previously, we were doing broadcast, and as you witness, uh, YouTube suddenly stopped our broadcast. And thank God, everything is fixed. And by the help of those who send many complaints to YouTube, they reversed their decision, and absolutely, it was a false. You know, Imagine it says they're a scam. I mean, what scam? Why? Amazing. But anyway, they try always to stop us, and they cannot debate us, they cannot answer us, so they flag. But always, the truth will always win at the end. And we have tons of channels. Actually, the Muslims today, they helped me to finish full chapter translation in the Quran. Because you see, like always, when I start broadcasting, I mean, all day is busy, and I'm not finding really enough time to work in the Quran translation. So when this happened, I said, you know what? Who care? Let us go and finish one more verse or chapter in the Quran, and I finished the whole chapter translation today. So it was a good accomplishment, accomplishment. So thanks for everybody for your support, for standing with us, and remember, they flag us for a reason because we are doing a very important jobs. They cannot refute us, they cannot answer us, so this is the only solution, but it's not going to work. I mean, what a big deal. That's why I told you to subscribe to the other channels, because you never know. I mean, but the solution is very easy. Just a new channel, subscribers, people come, you know how to find me very easy, and you can share with everybody. They try to put stress on us, and for me, nothing can really like, I went through a lot of things in my life, and this is the last thing to be called a stress for me. I went through war. I mean, this is like a kids playing games. So if you think that this will be stress, that would be funny. Now today we have a topic. No problem. They can do that. So what? Let them do that, and we can. For us, we can get it back. Here we go. People, they start complaining, send emails to your YouTube, and we get it back in a few hours. So what? Let them play. And as I said, like each time they try to do something, it worked for our benefit. Trust me. Here we go. I finished one chapter. Like if this was for like few days, then I will finish many chapters. So actually, it was not really good for me, because YouTube is kind of tempting to go and speak to people and to teach. But I like to finish the Quran translation. People are waiting for it, and me myself, I want to finish it too. So actually, me myself, I'm thinking to take some time where I do no broadcast, nothing except finishing this translation. Like, it's because it's one-time deal. It's not like something you work in it every day. It's a book you translate, and that's it. That will be forever. So I'm going to finish this, because you never know. We might live for tomorrow, we might live for today, we might live for years to come. So I want to finish this thing. It's important. False translation is all over, and people don't speak Arabic, and they try to fool us. And remember, translating a book about religion is not just translating the book. It's about knowing the religion very well, because knowing the language not necessarily will give the meaning. You know what I mean? Because you need to know what this text is saying. So even if somebody study Arabic, or let us say, most of the translation actually is done by non-Arab, which is funny, like Shakir, Yusuf Ali, Biktal. I mean, none of those are Arab. So how somebody is not an Arab even translating the Quran? It's weird. And this is why the translation sometimes it feel like as if it's a software translation. Anyway, we always continue doing what we do, and we have our other channels where always you can find me. I will update you in Patreon or Minds or etc. in case something happened. Always how to find me. And thank you again for those who support us. I really appreciate you. I saw how many comments, how many people were upset, and even many people send right away complaint to YouTube. I think this is the best way to do it. When they do something like this to me, I think the best way is, because we have subscribers by tens of thousands. It's not like my channel is not really small one. So if everybody send an email, I mean, you can imagine how big the impact can be. However, the Lord is on our side, and if the Lord is with me, who could be against me? I never worry about anything. Tomorrow is good, for tomorrow belong to the Lord. Now, today we have a funny topic, which is about where, as you see, I have a picture of India. Now, for sure, I love Indian people. This has have nothing to do with Indian, so don't take me wrong. I love all kind of people, and actually, I love poor people very much. I believe that the poor of us is the best of us. Wherever I go, I find always poor people are very receiving, very for sure there's bad people everywhere, but poor people, generally speaking, they are really generous. And I will explain it to you. Like, you go to a poor person who have nothing. I mean, almost his house, almost, if you throw a ball in it, is going to collapse. And then he provide you with everything he have. They are very beautiful people. So today our topic is about some stupidity we learn always from legions. Like, there is stories we witness in our day or daily life. As an example, how many of you believe in the omen? How many of you believe that somebody can do magic to somebody? Like, I went to some countries, even Christian countries, and I noticed that there is many places where people believe that somebody can put a spell on you, or somebody can control you by writing some words, or so uh, you know but people believe, and I believe always those things can happen because of the lack of education, not the lack of intelligence. All of us, maybe me, if I am born in a family who nobody is educated, I never been to school, I never have opportunity to read books, and to not only to read, actually, I was reading when I was a kid. If you see how many books I have, I am not even 10 years old. I have like hundreds in the age of 10. I remember once my dad, he says, this book will, who's the one reading this book? There's a book, it's called Jahiz. Jahiz is a very complicated book. You can ask any person who is very much educated in the Middle East. He's a very amazing writer. And this is not a book for a child, and it's not even a book for an adult. This is a book for somebody. He is really like educated. So I said, this is mine. So he start laughing. He said, you could not find better than this for you. Anyway, so education is important, and you feed your brain since an early age. This is the best way to have your child to be in the future, to be someone who, wherever he go, he knows. Whatever you ask him about, he don't speak rubbish and speak foolishness. Now, for sure, we will still be ignorant. It doesn't matter how much we learn, but our ignorance will be, let us say, less and less and less, which means we are killing ignorance by learning. But still, we are ignorant in somehow, somewhere. Like, in English, it's not my first language, so you will be ignorant. But this is normal. I mean, this is, we are a human being, and we will be always ignorant in something. So today we will learn about how the Muslims explain perfume. You see, there is in Islamic books, all of it actually is a collection of stories. If we go to the Quran, the collection of stories, as an example, the story of Jesus, where Muhammad he got the story of Jesus, he collected from stories around him. He never saw Jesus. He don't speak Hebrew. He, according to Muslim, he cannot read and write. And so, where he get the story from? People around him. Stories about Moses, stories about Solomon. Like, as an example, there is a chapter 18 in the Quran speaking about Solomon having flying carpet. Uh, he spoke to a bird. He heard the ant. The ant make him laugh. All those stories, you will find them in book. It's called The Legend of the Jews. I advise you, actually, it's in the internet. It's for free because it's more than 100-year-old. Those Legend of the Jews and other legends are collection of story which is making Islam. Islam is made of legends, and today our story is no different. So if we go to the story today we are going to read, Let us open one of the Islamic source. Okay. Don't tell me it's not going to open now. That will be funny. Okay, let's see. You see, myself, I don't save reference. So what I do usually, I just I memorize them, and then I find it in the spot. So I like today I decide to talk about this topic. Okay. All right. This is the first one. Let us see one. This is the book. It's called Al-Kafi, and this is a Shia book. Just take your attention. But this is equal to Sahih al-Bukhari for the Muslim Sunni. So this is Shia. I hope the sound of the laundry machine is not annoying. I have a very old machine from the cave time. So when it does laundry, it make noise like if it's like a truck. So I hope it's not annoying. Is the sound coming? Do you hear anything? I hope not. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for all those who make donation. Uh, Read with me here carefully. Actually, sorry, the one who speak Arabic he can read, and we will use Google Translation for. But first, let us read in Arabic. We translate, and then we will use Google Translation. Here it says, the origin of the perfume, the origin of the perfume, where the perfume is coming from. So the Muslims are trying to think like, okay, we have perfume, but where is the perfumes coming from? This nice smell. So what the story here is saying, that you remember Eve, she was sent from heaven, right? So she was in heaven and with her husband, Mr. Adam. So because she was in heaven, in her hair there was a smell of heaven. So when Allah he sent her down to the earth. And Eve, she used to comb her hair. And here it says, from Musa ibn Bakr, from he says, when Adam was sent down from heaven, he was sent down over a Safa. Remember, we spoke about a Safa and Marwa. A Safa and Marwa, it was two places where two little tiny hills or like mountains. We actually not, they are not mountains, like they are a hill. One have a statues for a Safa and one have a statues for Al Marwa, male and female. So here the story saying that when Allah he sent Adam and Eve, one of them was sent on a Safa, which is Adam, and Eve was standing in the Marwa. And then she did comb her hair by a perfume from the perfume of heaven. And when she was coming down to the ground, she said, what is the benefit of this comb, which I'm cursed by Allah? So she threw it away. She opened the comb. It's like, it's like a brush. She opened it, and then all the feather of this comb or whatever it's made from fly, and then it kept flying until it arrived to India. And this is why the Indian perfume is very famous. Here you notice the Muslim, by the way, they believe in this. This is not a joke for them. Maybe it's for you, it's funny, it's stupid, etc. But the Muslim believe in this seriously, and especially we're talking about the Shia now. But the Sunni, they have similar stories. So because Eve, she combed her hair, and her hair was Allah, He gave her a comb, or in the heaven she have a comb coming from, made in the heaven. Who made it, we do not know. That comb, it smells so good. Now the Arab, they want to explain why the Indian, they used to sell perfume. Obviously at that time, the only one, the Arab, they are getting their perfume from India, spice and perfume, etc., from India. So they want to explain why the Indian, they have perfume. Where is the perfume coming? This nice smell is coming from where? What is the source of it? So they come to a solution that when Eve, she was sent down to earth, Allah, oh sorry, she have a camp for her, the one she combed her hair with it, and this is made from heaven. And when she arrived to the earth, she said to herself, "Why I need this? Allah, He cursed me." She throw it away and she opened it, like whatever it's made from, the brush, and all the feather of the brush, or whatever the container of the brush, fly all the way to India. And this is how we explain uh, having perfume in this earth. Now I'm going to use Google translation. uh, let's see, Google translation. All right, this is Google translation. So you will see here the story that when Adam and Eve, as you see now, Google translation is not really too much accurate, but you will see it says when the prophet Adam was sent down, came down from paradise on a Safa and Al Marwa. Uh, they brought with them the perfume of paradise from the paradise. And then Eve, she said to herself, "Why I need this comb? What for?" So she opened it and she scattered the feather in the, or whatever is inside the comb. And then the wind carry all those things all the way to India. And this is therefore the frequency become Indian, or the, yeah, the fragrance became Indian, as you see. Now this is Google translation for sure. It's funny and it's not too much accurate, but it gives you an idea. This what we are saying here is not fabrication, right? Now here you notice, you ask yourself, when the Muslims for centuries they are reading those stories and they believe in them, if there is one person really he did not believe, absolutely there is a lot of Arab who refuse those stories. But in a land where nobody dare to say this is a lie, who dare? Islam sustained itself by the sword and by killing anyone who reject. So who dare to say this is stupid? Nobody. Even now, like even if you have a PhD now and you live in the Middle East, actually even if you live in the West, a Muslim, how many Muslim they dare to say this is stupid? All right, people they are going to the moon, people they are planning to go to Mars, and those people they are still thinking that this is how we have the perfume. Tons of stories, you cannot find any reason for them to believe except a human being he chose to be stupid. What about Allah? He sent down Adam and Eve as two chickens. I don't know. I think men, anyone heard of that before? I just remember it. Anyone heard of Adam and Eve sent down as a chicken before? Do we have any Muslim here? Do we have any Muslim? Guys, this kid, just ignore the kid. If somebody is a kid, we will ban him actually. We don't want the kid to be involved in chat with adult. It's not even safe for you to be here. Do we have any Muslim? Yeah, Adam and Eve, they were sent down by Allah as a chicken.